YouTube is happening. It is Wednesday, June 18th, and we're going to talk about MLB first today. We have our usual Wednesday where we have one day game and a bunch of night games, but we got 15 games like usual on the slate that you can see before you. We're going to break these games down, spreadsheet, props, all that usual stuff. But first, let's do a recap of yesterday. There was a lot of plays. I put everything on there, even the passes. If I leaned a certain way, I put it. So the Miami did cover completely. They won the game outright. Numbers did their job exactly. Under did not hit here, but over hit. Basically, it was 7-4 on the day. The four that did not hit were the under here, the Hendricks hit allowed. I believe it was Baltimore, Tampa, and Texas money line. Everything else hit. Beautiful day overall. We will take that each and every day. If you want the plays typed out for every single sport, I do, which is one less now because NHL is finally over. Or if you want access to the spreadsheet so you can do your own research, you got to go check out that HQ right there. So simple as that. Enough of talking about that. We have our usual games. Let's stop wasting time. Oh, Scooble's pitching. Just saw that. Crochet, Scooble. Damn. All right. Man, what a lot of pitchers today. Whoa. All right. You know what? While we're here, let's go ahead and just jump over to weather. Why not, right? Exactly. Refresh, zoom out. There we go. Knock it all out. So there we go. Scroll back up. There's a lot of red so far. All right. Dome, Detroit. Oh, look at the rain. Washington, there you go. Washington's on a 10-game losing streak. Did you know that? Yeah, you'll see that in a minute. Colorado, 3-game winning streak. Again, Rockies, Yankees. It goes from that to nothing. That's crazy. Blue Jays, Dome, Cincy, rain. Atlanta, nothing really. Tampa, 30 every day. That's every day. That could be anything. It might rain, it might not. White Sox, that's going to rain with the wind blowing out 10. Cubbies, same situation, wind blowing in. Rangers, Dome. Giants out at 14 miles an hour. Damn. A's and Dodgers. There is your weather. So yeah, now we're done. So now we can go ahead and jump over to the first game right now. All right, first game on our slate is going to be Boston and Seattle. You can see is currently Boston is a slight favorite on the road at 6 stars total. We come over, look at the spreadsheet, we see our numbers, and we can see what's happening. Both teams, Seattle's number one in average all of a sudden. Number two in hits, 3 in doubles. Look at us. Look at Seattle go. Good job, Seattle. Boston, average low. You can see the numbers. There you go. Let's pop over to the pitchers. We know who's going out there today. This is Outlier. Link in the pinned comment. Click a sign. Get you a week for free because you're going to need it for props because we're about to hit them dog days of summer where it's going to be nothing but baseball. And then you're going to get serious about this and be like, man, I wish I did this. There you go. Get a free week. Enjoy. So let's go MLB. We're on the right one. We need the right game. Let's pop this over to the Mariners. And we see it's Crochet versus Luis Castillo. And, well, Crochet over hits allows by hitting. And guess who they're facing? The number two hitting team, number one average team in the last 10 games. Well, ain't that interesting? What a quinky dink. I think we might be taking Crochet to give up 5 hits. Let's take a gander, shall we? Pretty decent overall. Last 10, he's averaging 5.2, which is what we want. He's very consistent, but he's facing literally the top offense right now in terms of batting average. So, yeah. Have you faced Seattle recently this year? No, you have not. Well, first game of the season, basically, for you, you gave up 5 hits. And you've done it before. It might be a little sweaty, but we're still leaning it. We might take this play. Let's go look at the matchups, dig deeper. Castillo versus Red Sox history. Torres got a home run. Duran's got 1 home run and bunch, not much here. There's nothing here. Against righties, this is how Boston has done this season. Seattle versus lefties. There you go. There's some decent, a bunch of 200s. That's what you want. You don't want a bunch of ones. Crochet versus Seattle. 286, 400, 333, 750 for Randy with a home run. All right, Randy. Yeah, they're doing decent. Yeah, decent stuff. Nothing too crazy. So, yeah. It might be a little sweaty, but it's something to root for. I think this is going to be the play. Let's look at Castillo anyway, since we got it pulled up. Let's take a peek at it. Castillo, earned runs. How you been doing, buddy? All over the place a little bit, good and bad. So that's not. We need consistently good or bad, not both, because you're both. We need this. Like, we can see what he does. He's going to give up 4 or 5 hits, most likely. You're facing the number one team in batting average. Let's take the number one team in batting average at home as well. So we're going to take, so it's going to be Crochet over 4.5 hits allowed. That's the play we take. We follow this. It's good. It's decent odds. You can see all the places to have it. I need to get on Profit X or Novig apparently so I can get better juice. What? I need to research those. So, all right, but we're going to say Crochet 4.5 hits allowed next. In game two, we got, looks like it's going to be Pittsburgh and Detroit. And currently we come down, we see it is Detroit 295. Look, we know Scooble's pitching, but damn, that's a lot. 7 is our total. Let's go look at the spreadsheet. And oh my God, this offense is going to face Scooble. Oh man, Detroit minus 1.5 is 126. That might actually be a play today. Now I think about it. Now I see the offense and who's pitching. Detroit probably has one of the top 3 bullpens. We know this. I think they're the top bullpen. Some people want to argue that, I'm sure, but I think they're at least top 3. We can fairly agree on that. Scooble is one of, if not the top pitcher. I think we can agree on that. At least top 3. Some people might have a couple others. Pittsburgh, you can see they're the worst average in the last 10. So things are lining up. Let's go look at the pitching matchup, shall we? Let's go over here. A little stroll. Scooby versus who? Scooble earned runs is a half. You ever seen a half earned run from a starter? You ain't seen one this year. This is the first time we've seen this. That is wild. That's madness. All right. Look at the odds too. It's juicy. That is a juicy juice right there. Haney, let's just take a look at Haney, just the counterpoint, because if Detroit can get 2 runs, I think they win the game. Probably so. Yeah, well, Haney, last 3 games, San Diego, Philly, and the Cubs, he has been light. Those walks. I was about to say, you were good. You're not too bad with the earned runs. That was walks. Earned runs, you're averaging 2.3, last 5, 2.4, not bad. Let's actually look at Scooby just to be sure. Make sure we're not just looking at the name. Earned runs, 1.3, 0.8. We've seen better than 0.8, but hey, guess what? It's still good. Pittsburgh gets strikeouts. They don't strike out much. Neither does Detroit. So we might take that off. We might not do strikeouts because he hasn't hit his strikeout prop in like 3 games now, I don't think, right? Yeah, he's been kind of low on the strikeouts. I don't know what's happening here. Ever since he had that 13 against Cleveland, he's been kind of just KC, Cubs, and Baltimore, kind of chilling. So let's look at the matchups history. Scooble versus Pittsburgh historically. We'll get a 1 for 9. You can see the strikeouts. There's nothing really telling here at all. We come over to lefties for Pittsburgh. There you go. Not good. Not that good. I mean, Bart's good against lefties. He's really good. He's the only one on the team. Him, McCutcheon's always pretty decent around there. And then that's it. Everybody else is in the low 2s or 1s. They ain't good. Detroit versus lefties. There you go. They are good. That's how you want to be against lefty, right there. And against Haney, and you can see, yeah, I think we're just going to go straight up Detroit 1.5 at home on the run line. I think that's the play for us. So we'll take that. Detroit 1.5 next. All right, game 3 is going to be Philly and Miami. We leaned Miami yesterday. I didn't pull the trigger on it. It was a lean. Should have took it, though, because Miami won with 8-3. It was nice. So we have today Philly 185 with a 7.5 total. Let's bounce over to the spreadsheet. We can see our numbers again. Both bats are doing good. There's no lean here either way. Both bats are good. So we have 2 good offenses. We need to see what the pitching is up to. That's going to be the main story in this one. So let's come over here and change it over to the Miami one versus Philly. And we got Suarez versus Mazur. I guess I say it. Earned runs over 4 out of 5. Well, that's a good stat. If you want to take an overplay, what we're looking at 7.5. Yeah, 7.5. And Suarez earned runs has been pretty good. So Philly's going to have clearly the better pitcher here with the same amount. Yeah. Okay, these are all 2024 stats. You have no 2025. So what we need to do, we need to see, have you been pitching at all this season? So let's go over here to ESPN, and look. Let's see, stats. Give me some stats. 2024. So this is your season debut. Good to know. And you only pitched in 8 games last year for San Diego. Now you're with Miami because you were not that good. Let's keep it a buck. And we see your last 5 outings, 3, 4, 4, 5, 1. So yeah, this might be a rough day for you, buddy. Philly's top 3 in batting average right now. How can we fade this guy? We need to fade him somehow. I don't know if I want to fade Miami completely. I just want to fade him. So how many hits you giving up? Hits allowed 4.5. That's it. Now, question, are you going to pitch enough innings to get, like, you might only pitch like 3 innings, but you might give up this. But then again, 2.5 earned runs at plus 120 might be worth the gamble. It might be worth that risk. Let's look. Adam versus Philly, nothing. Righties versus Philly, there you go. Miami versus lefties, there you go. And Suarez versus Miami. Myers has a 417 at 12 at bats with a 1.0. No home runs, just a 1.0. That's interesting. That's a random line from a random player versus a pretty good pitcher. Very random. So we're going to fade Adam, though. We're going to fade Mazur. How can we do it? So we either take Philadelphia on the money line, which is 185, which is kind of juicy. We could do -1.5. But they're on the road. I don't really want to do that on the road. At home, sure, it's a little different. At least it's better. I think we just take our earned runs straight up. Maz are over earned runs, right? A lot of places offer it. Good deal. So it's going to be plus juice. So it's going to be underdog against us. But hey, Philly's got the what they need to do. They got the offense to help get this there. So Miami's number one in hits. Damn, I just realized that. Well, I don't think they're going to be number one today, but I'll be surprised if they're not. So MAZUR over 2.5 earned runs. Is that what we're taking? I think that's what we're taking. Yeah. Props. Yeah, this is what we're going to do. We're going to fade. Whole 2024, let's look the whole season. He averaged 3.5 all season last year. He went over this line 5 out of 8 times. We can do that. We'll take that next. All right, moving on to game number 4 is going to be Colorado and Washington. This one is baffling to me. This is hilarious because people are not, the casuals are getting owned in this series. You've seen it. And you see people talk about it like, no. When you told people you're betting on Colorado, they look at you sideways like you're crazy. You're like, what? Well, Washington's 165 again with a 9.5 total. And you're like, that sounds great. I'll take Washington. Will you? They're 0-10 in their last 10 games. They are abysmal on offense. Colorado is 3 in a row cooking on offense, if not probably the hottest offense in the majors right now. Weird statements, right? That's baseball for you, baby. The worst team can win in 60 games. The best team will lose 60 games. Remember that. So, yeah, 3 in hits, 2 in RBIs, 3 in runs. If the pitching is adequate, they crush. Washington needs help. Now, this is probably a Gore day, I'm guessing. That's why they're favored so nicely. Let's take a look. I have no clue, but we'll find out. No, it's a Mitchell Parker day, who is over 2.5 earned runs versus this Colorado offense. Is Colorado about to have a 4-game winning streak? I think they are, based on these numbers. And then Jeremy Marquez is going out there. We'll take a look at his strikeouts. Washington is 4th in strikeouts, so we really don't want to do that. So let's look at his actual earned runs. It said 2.5 earned runs. He's only gone over 2 out of 5. Not bad. There's his last few games. Look, he's gotten better. Hey, last 5, he's only averaging 2.2. That is a good starter. If you do this, Colorado wins most of their games. If you have this type of pitching from Colorado every game with that offense they have right now, yeah, they're doing decent. So this is what we want. This is what we want to see. And we see Mitchell Parker is having problems. He's averaging 3.5 last 10. He's averaging 3.2 last 5. He did great against Texas randomly. But other than that, ass. That's the best way to put it. So matchup, Parker versus Colorado. His story, you can see nothing. There's not enough data there. There's nothing for us. Lefties versus Colorado. Washington versus righties. And then Marquez versus Washington. Ruiz has a 625. That stands out. 429 with a home run for Lowe. But other than that, I'm going Colorado. And the fact that I can get Rado with those bats and decent pitching at +1.5 or -140, yeah, sign me up. I'm taking it. I don't care. Colorado +1.5. Yeah, if you want to be ballsy, go for the money line, but I'm just going to go straight up for the +1.5 based on the stats completely. Next. All right, moving on to the next one, which is going to be Angels and Yankees. Currently, it is Yankees 210 with a 9.5 total. We come over here. The offenses have not been there. Look at this. Lost 5 in a row, 1-2. The Angels are dominating low-scoring games. You can see the offense is just not cooking. That is a 7.2 combined. Like, this is potential, like, under Nerfy even. This is looking like a Nerfy play if the pitching is good. If we have good pitching. Big if. So let's go ahead and pop over to it and take a look, shall we? It is going to be, who shall be pitching? JK versus Yarborough. Yarborough's not getting up and run, so Yarborough's looking pretty good. Pretty good stuff. JK earned runs has not been looking good, so that's not good for the buddy here. 3 and a 3.6 in his last 5. That ain't good. And then he played the Yankees here, and you see what happened. He gave up 4 earned runs, so that's not good. That's a lean for the Yankees. And then we come over here, we see Yarborough, last 5 earned runs, and he's been pretty good except for the 1 game against Boston. He shut down LA and again the 5-1 game they had. So yeah, I can see them having another 5-1 game. What's the over-under? It's 9.5. What's the weather in this damn game looking like? Hold up. It's going to 5 miles an hour? No. Based on what we see and everything we see in this one, this is a straight underplay. So, all right, Yarborough versus Angels history. There you go. They got some history, but nothing too crazy. Lefties against the Angels. There you go. Yankees versus righties, and then JK versus Yankees. Anything crazy? No. No. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go under. That seems like the best possible play based on the earned runs from both pitchers. That comes out to 3 versus what, 4 by 6, 9.5. That's if the bats are doing average. They're doing below average right now. Batting average wise, 27, 24th hits, both tied at 23-7 a game. That ain't good. That's terrible. Under 9.5. That's my play. Next. All right, next up we got Arizona and Toronto. Currently, we have a straight up pick 'em right now with a 9 total. The covers of the sheet, we can see a bunch of mid. Only thing that really stands out is going to be the strikeouts for Arizona's high. So maybe a Toronto strikeout prop. Other than that, nothing standing out in this one. Let's go ahead and we want to look over at the pitcher props, who's going out there. And we see it is Rodriguez versus Lauer. Anytime you see nothing on the last 5, 10, 15 numbers, usually that means it's a bullpen guy. So what we need to do is pop over here to ESPN and look at his history. So, yep, anytime it starts with saves, that's a bullpen guy. 2.3, not bad though. 28 Ks, 0.92 whip. And we can look at his last few games just to get an idea how he was. St. Louis guy, he had 4 innings against St. Louis with 4 hits, 2 earned. Not bad. 2, 4, 3, 4. So he's going to go a few innings. Technically a bullpen guy, but technically not. So he's like a long reliever. I guess that makes sense. So he's going to give you 3, 4 innings. Whatever. Let's go back to the props. Let's look. So, do I want to take your strikeouts? That's tempting. Let's look at it. Strikeouts. That's not wrong. Strikeouts. 5, 2. How many strikeouts do you have in these games? I didn't even look. Let me just come back and show you. It'd be a lot easier. Go over here and we can see the strikeouts. 4, 2, 2, 4, 2. Not enough for me to take that. No. If you're pitching 4 innings, only get 4. I mean, that's not bad, but it really depends on how many innings you're actually going to pitch, and we don't know. So starters, we can at least assume they're going to pitch 5, 6 innings. This guy could pitch 1 inning. We have no damn clue. So we're going to leave him off completely. And then we're going to look at, I said leave him off completely. And we need to look at Eduardo real quick. Take a look at his stuff just so we can see. Earned runs have been, yeah, 3.6 last 10, 3.4. Eduardo's been rough. And Toronto's average, yeah, let's go look at that. Marte, 17 at bats, 412, 2 home runs, 1.2. That's a play we can look at to the point where, come here, follow me. We're coming over here. We're going to this game. Marte, are you in the top 1? There's Suarez. Suarez. There he is. He's at 2.5 right here. All right, let's see what we got. Can we bump it down? Can we? Ugh. So he's 5 of 10. He's 6 of 10 if you go to 1.5. But other than that, he's 5 of 10. So if you all light it down to 1.5, it's still 170. Hold up, I might. Yeah, I can do this. I think I'm gonna do this. I was gonna pass on this game completely, but I think I'm gonna play this. Let's keep looking real quick. That's not bad. Good amount of at bats, a good average, success with a high OPS. Good stuff. Look at the lefties versus Arizona. There you go. Toronto versus lefties. There you go. And then Rodriguez versus Toronto. Anybody stand out? 333 for Vladdy, but he ain't done nothing with it. Literally a .778 is terrible. Terrible OPS. So yeah, let's go with that play. Let's go him right here. We're gonna take this 1.5. We're gonna bump it down. If you see 2.5, bump it down. I mean, if you want to take 2.5, but if you'll risk it, by all means, have fun. But I'm gonna take the 1.5 next. All right, let's move on. We're moving over to Cincinnati and Minnesota now. Load it up. Where's it at? The hell is it at? Cincinnati. I must be blind today. There it is. Found it. Well, it's a pick 'em basically. It's slightly into Cincinnati. 9 is our total spreadsheet. Load it up. Cincy's offense #1 in runs. You can see how they're doing over here. They got a 3-game winning streak. Minnesota's just average. So if we have decent pitching, it's equal. We're going to lean Cincinnati heavily in this one. So let's go ahead and pop over. Look at our pitchers and see who we got. Change that bad boy up for Twins Reds. And we see we got Ober going against Lodolo. Ober hits allowed. Nope. Lodolo strikeouts. Going up against Minnesota, who's 22nd in strikeouts. That could be a play. We might have something here. 9.1. That means they're averaging 1 strikeout per inning. Good stuff. So let's look at that Lodolo strikeout prop. See if that might be something worth taking. Ober has not hit a strikeout prop at all. In fact, he can't hit it. And Cincinnati is 12th. We could go under strikeouts for Ober. Hell, that might be a play too. Money's money. I don't care how we get it. So let's see. Last 10, 5.6. Last 5, 5.6 again. He's averaging 4.5. That's a 1.1 cushion. Let's see about this little Ober strikeouts. Why? Because since he's 12th in strikeouts, why would I Can I just say Ober under strikeouts? Let's go to this matchup. What do they know? He's been terrible too. So since he tees off on him, he might get roughed out of the game real quick to the point he doesn't have a chance to get the 6 strikeouts. So I think we found a winner already. What's the odds in this? 120. Oh, wait, that's certain runs. Strikeouts under. What's that under prop? Under right there. Minus 160. Ugh, he's averaging 4 and a 5.5. That's better than Lodolo. So Lodolo's gone. Let's look at that's our pretty good. Let's see matchups. Lodolo versus Minnesota. There's nothing there. Lefties for Minnesota. Okay, Cincy versus righties. Since he tees off on righties a little bit, looks like they got a lot of 300s. Ober might have a bad day. History versus Ober. What did they know? Because everybody, okay. Yeah, that's what I'm going to go for. I'm going to go Ober under strikeouts. Everything's lining up for him to have a bad day, period. He's on the road at Cincinnati, who's number 1 in runs, number 7 in batting average, number 4 in hits. You can see he does not get many strikeouts. His last 2 games, he has been awful. 5 and 7 earned runs to Toronto and Texas. Lodolo is doing decent. I could just take Cincinnati on the money line, which might be better on this price from the juice wise. It might be better because this under is looking like, what was that? A minus 170 or something like that. I want to win the thing, but man, I want to win some money too. And 160 is kind of pricey when I can just literally trust Cincinnati at home on the money line right there. Yeah, that looks better. We'll do, yeah. You have 2 choices. You can go Cincinnati money line, or you can go Ober, which I might just do both. Can I do both? I might. Let's see if I can fit it in here. Ober under. Nah, let's just do Cincy. Either way, I'm gonna do one. I'm trying to stick with one play. I have not passed yet. I have 7 games, 7 plays. This is a weird group of games we've had the last couple of days where everything is giving out plays. I don't really want 15 plays today, but if it gives me 15 plays, I'll do it. So yeah, Cincy money line's a great play. Ober under's a great play. Ober over earned runs might be good. Like he was good here, but all of a sudden something happened in this little stretch right here. Something happened to where he might be slightly injured. We don't know. Something's happening. So we're gonna fade him until then. So Cincy money line based on the numbers next. Moving on, Mets and Braves, and currently 178 Atlanta with an 8.5 total. Really? Really against the Mets? The Mets have lost 4 in a row. Cool. Their offense is better. I can get Mets plus 1.5 already. Okay, this has got to be okay. Chris Sale's pitching today. I know that because we saw that already. Who is pitching for the Mets? So I know Sale's pitching. We come down here. Chris Sale versus Paul Blackburn. Blackburn is not bad. Sale strikeouts are nasty. Mets are 15th in strikeouts. We'll look at that. But we got to look at Blackburn because right now I got to see if this game even makes sense. We'll look at Sale strikeouts. We'll look at his earned runs too. Blackburn earned runs. Nasty. Nasty on those strikeouts. that's nasty. That is nasty stuff. Oh, man. Hold up. That is... Ooh, buddy. All right. That's an 8.3 with an 8.6 last few. Have you faced the Mets recently? You probably have, but when did you face them? You have not faced them first time this season. All right. And then let's look at Blackburn. Blah, 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 blah. Don't care, don't care, don't care. Okay, whatever. When was your last? Okay, you started 1 game this season. All this is last season, so 2025. You've had 1 game. You pitched 5 innings. You gave up no runs to the Dodgers of all teams, so you pitched pretty decently. And then you are just great. So what's the under this one? Over under is probably like 7 or something crazy. 8.5 under, right? Let's see. Sale versus Mets historically. Lindor's got 333, but other than that, no one's really standing out. That's how the strikeouts looking. 50, yeah, 85 strikeout. Soto struck out every time but 1. And the one time he didn't, he hit it far. Lefties, there you go. Atlanta versus righties and Blackburn versus Braves. Yeah, I think Blackburn has, in 1 game he had, he looked decent. We know Chris Sale's pretty decent overall. Yeah, that's his last 5 games. Strikeouts, Mets for 15th. I don't want to mess with that. Just give me the under 8.5. That looks like a good play. We'll take that next. I'm moving on. Baltimore and Tampa. Currently, pick 'em with a 9.5 total spreadsheet. We can see Tampa's offense is number 2 in runs, 8, 7, 5, 8, 4, 7, 2, 10. Yeah, good stuff. You get it. Tampa's good. Baltimore above average, 5th in batting average. They're actually better than Tampa and better at home runs. They're both top 10 at home runs recently too. So, but 23rd in strikeouts, that might be something we could fade. But we need to see who pitching is going out there today. So get rid of the last 2 games, go away. And we pull up Tampa versus Baltimore, and we see is Trevor Rogers versus Taj Bradley. Both of these guys give up walks apparently. And neither Tampa's 10th in walks, Baltimore's 24. So we're not... unless Trevor Rogers is giving it like 4 walks per game, I'm not going to mess with this. Let's look. And it's a 2 average. No, I need at least a 2.5. I'm going to take this. So nope, no thank you. Bradley earned runs has actually been pretty nasty. Let's look at that. Let's look at Rogers earned runs, and then we'll look at the histories. Bradley earned runs outside of, well, he's been nasty in multiple ways. Bad, nasty, bad, nasty, good. Oh, man. All right. Whatever. In the last 5, you're averaging 2.2. It's all about the averages. We do the matchups, Taj versus Baltimore historically, and that's a lot of little home runs. 1-1-1-1, 444, 500. O'Hearn, 444, the home run, the 1.3 is not bad. We can actually look at the hitter thing and see if he shows up. 333 is not bad for Gunner. 917, I wish that was higher. Same with Adley, not really feeling it. If anything, I would look at O'Hearn. Actually, let's go look at it. Let's see if he pops up. Because I'll take a HR, prop, a hit, whatever we got to do. Money's money. I don't care how we get it. So, Elo, obviously, just crushing. This dude is on fire this season. That is crazy. He'll probably get traded because that's what Tampa does. Good player? No, we don't want them. Bye. No, give me 17 prospects instead. Thanks. Junior, let's see. Adley, Dylan, and then O'Hearn is just nowhere to be seen. He's right here. Found him. Just to get a hit. We'll take a look. We'll peek at it at least. Just so we can see it. Last 10, he is 5 or 10. That's not good enough. I need at least 70%. Ideally more, but hey, can't take that. So we tried in this one. So let's see, Baltimore versus righties. There you go. Tampa versus lefties, and Tampa versus Trevor. I don't like this. I still don't trust Taj Bradley. I will never trust Taj Bradley again. So, but I think the smart thing to do is leave this damn game alone. I don't trust it over. I don't trust it under. I don't trust Tampa. I don't trust Baltimore. I don't trust a prop. First pass of the day, finally. Pass. Next. All right, moving on. St. Louis and the White Sox. Currently 180 with St. Louis, 8.5 is our total. Looking over the spreadsheet, we can see Chicago numbers. My God, they're back to where they belong. This is where they are. Lost 6 in a row, 3-7. Up, the Pope magic wore off finally. Looks like last in strikeouts. If St. Louis has a strikeout pitcher, we might be able to do something with that. Let's take a look. Get rid of this and change this to this. Who do we have? Sonny Gray is a strikeout pitcher. Well, he should be a strikeout pitcher, but 5.5, I don't know. He might not be. He might be today, though. He might be today. Yeah, he can get 10, and then he hovers around 5 on when he doesn't. Have you faced the White Sox recently? Let's see. No, you have not. I think I'm taking this regardless. This might be a play. 5.5, that's all I need. And the White Sox strike out 10.8 times. You kidding me? I don't even care about Sean Burke. I mean, strikeouts over. St. Louis is 13th in strikeouts. If you really feel frisky and you want to take it, by all means, there you go. I ain't touching that. Wash your mind. Sean Burke, history, St. Louis, none. St. Louis, righties, there you go. Chicago, righties, there you go. Sonny Gray, Chicago. Robert has a home run and 333 with 12 at-bats. Outside of that, 330, 304 with Benintendi. But yeah, nothing really show for it. Like, yeah, the OPSs are not good. No. I think I'm going to take this. It doesn't look great. I know people are going to say, what? But see, I look for the potential. If you can pop off 10 against Texas and Detroit, you can pop off 6 against the White Sox, who are striking out 10.8 times per game right now. Like, yeah, they've been decent this season, but this is the whole season. This is why we look at recency bias. That's why we want this. How are you doing lately? Because this is your whole damn season. This is you at home. This is you right now. And yeah, you aren't the same person you were 2 months ago, are you? I didn't think so. Yeah, look in the mirror. Who are you now? This is what the White Sox are. They swing and miss a lot. So we're going to take Sonny Gray strikeouts. Gray over 5.5 Ks. That's what I want to take. Now, for some reason, yeah, he gets teed off on. It happens, whatever. This is why we do 1% bets. We can't guarantee these things to hit. They hit, they don't, whatever. So that's my play. Next. Moving on, KC in Texas is up now. Currently, we have KC, slight favorite, 8.5 is our total. Look over at the spreadsheet. We see the numbers. Texas is doing good with the bats. KC, last. They've been the 30 spot in offense more than Colorado this year. Do you know that? Yeah, that's a fun stat to have. I know this because I have the spreadsheet from every day, and it's just one of those things. KC was this right here for 2 straight weeks earlier this season, so it's gonna be tough to beat when you can't score runs. So who's pitching in this one? Because so far, Texas, yeah, KC won yesterday with the bats, but I will take that. I would take that play 10 out of 10 times. Don't care if the numbers I take it. It's Bubich. Bubich is going out there versus KC in Texas, and Patrick Corbin. Oh, can I bat Patrick Corbin? That's going to be a weird thing to say. Corbin hits allowed has been pretty. Patrick Corbin, Texas is a pretty good pitcher. Bubich earned runs is obviously pretty good, but he got teed off on by the Yankees. Yep, 5 hit. But before that, beautiful, then bam, right here. So, ooh, Corbin, not bad at all. Earned runs wise, 3. I mean, he's used to giving up like 5 or 6. He's only given up 3. I like that. It's a solid starter. Can't complain, especially if your offense can get some runs for you. Now this is great. Outside the couple blowups he has. Sure, let's look at this. Corbin history versus KC, and oh my God, Kana has a 448 and 29 at bats with a 1.0. That's a lot of hits. That's a lot of hits. India has a 385 and 13 at bats. Now, these are all prior. This is Washington Patrick Corbin, not Texas Patrick Corbin. So I'm kind of inclined to ignore this and don't take this game. Now, that'd be the smart thing. Lefties versus KC, Texas versus lefties, Bubich versus Texas. And you can see the numbers. I don't... I'm ingrained for the past couple seasons to fade Corbin. But, man, I can't this season. And it's like, he's different. It's a different team, different environment, different dude. So I am going to do what I want to do. And yeah, I lean Texas. Sure, I lean them. Not enough to even put it on a lean, but I would say, yeah. I guess I'd say I lean Texas, but I'm not going to take it. We're not going to put money on it. Next. Moving on, Milwaukee and the Cubbies. And currently, Cubbies are 145 at home with that 8 total. I like 8. 8's a good number. No, it's not. It's a bad number. Look at that red. Ugh, disgusting. Oh, man. Nerfy potential. You can't score runs. You can't get on base. You can't hit the ball. You can't walk. So what do you do? What do you do? Exactly. You lose. That's what you do. So let's go look at pitchers. Get rid of YouTube. Hop over here. Give me good pitching, please. If you give me good pitching, we're taking a Nerfy. And Gemis Italian versus, it's the Rook. That 6'7" rookie from last time. He pitched a great outing his first time. We fade every pitcher on their major league debut. He's in there with like, you had a great game. Him, Skeens, Noah Cameron, and then somebody else from last season. I cannot remember, like the only 4 like off the top of my head that have had good ones. Everybody else had rough ones. Like all the other rookies had, at least they give up 3, 4 earned runs, whatever. He had a good one. So let's take a look. Cubs, how are you with strikeouts? 19th. You know, it'd be a fun play. Strikeouts. Kind of fun. We'll see how that works. Other than that, you had 5 against St. Louis, who doesn't strike out much. We know St. Louis does not strike out much. Cubs are 19th at 8.5. This could be something. Let's look at the matchups. Italian versus Milwaukee historically. There you go. Hoskins has a 364 with 2 home runs and 11 at bats. Not bad. 1.3, not bad. Churio 500 with a home run and 10 at bats. So we can look at Hoskins and Churio. And I guess maybe Yelich. I don't like that 267. We'll leave him off. So Churio, Hoskins, load him up, pop over here, drag it down right there. Hoskins, Churio. Do you pop up at all? Last 5. Not many are here. So nothing for Milwaukee. No Hoskins, no Churio. There's Churio. There's Jackson right now. He's a 60%, 40. So 4 out of 10 on a 1.5. That ain't good. That ain't good. Hoskins is even worse because he isn't even showing up at all anywhere. Where the hell is you at? Where you at, buddy? There you are. Whoa, 20 and 30 on the just to get a hit. Yeah, we're gonna leave them off. That's gonna be for sure. So, all right. Do we trust the Nerfy here? That's gonna be the fun one. We have the Rook and how he did. He had his one game. He had no earned runs in 5 innings. And then now we gotta look Italian real quick. Just take a little peek just to make sure. So earned runs for you. How have you been doing? Pretty good. We can't complain. That's good stuff. That's good stuff overall. How are your strikeouts? Looking good, looking strong. That's what we want to see. Okay, so last 5, averaging 4.6. I think I'm gonna rock with it. Let's go see how much that line is for the Nerfy. I'm sure it's a popular play today. Game lines, inning, first one, total, right there, under 130. Not bad. We can work with that. So let's go with Nerfy, which is no runs, first inning for all you new MLB players. This is Basically, start the second inning tied at 0. That's all it is. Nobody scored in the first inning. Nerfy. We're going to take that. That's our play. Next. All right, moving on. We got Cleveland and San Francisco. And currently, scroll. It is San Fran 134 with a 7.5 total. Head over to the spreadsheet. And we can see Cleveland. Ugh, disgusting. All right. San Fran's good at runs, and that's about it. So we have number 1 in walks, though. Okay. Give them props for what they do. Other than that, nah. Just nah. Nope. Not really feeling it. Let's see what pops up in this one. Who's pitching? Verlander versus Logan Allen. Is this all right? Which Verlander are we going to get is the question. Let's take a look. Logan Allen. Let's take a look. Nothing stands out for props. All right. All we have are strikeout props for Verlander. He has not pitched since the 18th of May. It is June 8th. Yeah, it's June 18th. It's been a month, literally. It's been exactly a month since this man pitched. So we don't want to touch that. We don't know what we're going to get, especially since he's older now. We don't know what we're going to get any day of the week with him. So we're going to leave him alone. I'm just going to X out that one real quick. Neither team is, they're kind of below average in strikeouts, but not enough to me. You're like, ooh, 28. No, 18th and 21. Cleveland's 18th. So, and Cleveland historically doesn't strike out much, but this season they're a little higher than usual. So, Logan, matchup. Let's go to matchups. Let's see, Verlander versus Cleveland. Historically, we have Ramirez has 2 home runs, but he's got a $154, which means in the 13 at bats, he's hit the ball twice really far, and that's about all he's done. Not good. Nothing good at all. So, but this is since 2018. That is, if you do the math on that, 7 years of data. Righties versus Cleveland. There are your stats. Good job. We go San Fran versus lefties, and then we go Logan Allen versus San Fran. Who, buddy? I need your interesting. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I think, yeah, if you want to play this, have fun. I am going to leave this damn game alone. There's too many questions here. Let's do a pass, and I have no lean at all. Nothing. Nothing stands out in this one. Pass. Next. All right, moving on from there to, we got 2 games left. Houston and the A's. Houston popped off on some runs yesterday. 155 is their favorite on the road with a 9.5 total. Spreadsheet. We can see the A's offense is struggling. Houston 6-7. Yeah, they're doing good. 7-3 Houston. Look at them heating up. Props. We need a good pitcher today. Who do we need? I need a pitcher, not a belly itcher. And we go boom, boom, and we get Severino versus Framber. Strikeouts has been nasty for him. A's are only 15th in strikeouts, though, right now, which is kind of weird for them. Usually, remember they were so bad last season? This season, they're kind of mid. It's kind of average. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Severino strikeouts, nope. Valdez earned runs, so he's been really good at not giving up runs and striking people out. So, damn. That is a trajectory, isn't it? That is a that's a mountain. You're averaging 7.2. Last 10, you're averaging 9. Your number's 6.5. A's are 15th at 8.2, which means almost a strikeout per inning. He's probably going 7 innings, right? This man had 12 strikeouts and 5 innings. What? Huh? You had a complete game. You had 9 innings. Or 9 strikeouts. That's good. You had 11 strikeouts and 7 innings. You are cooking right now. 12 and 5 is disgusting. That is 15 outs, which means 12 of the 15 total outs were just punch him in. Yeah, we're gonna take this. You gotta ride the hot hand when he's hot. And yeah, Valdez over. This might even be a ladder play. This might be fun for that. So over 6.5 Ks is definitely gonna be what we're gonna take. What's the ladder opportunities in this one? Let's take a look. You can go, see, 7, 8, 9. You can get plus 1,000 on DraftKings for 10.5. FanDuel has plus 580 for 9.5. I'm sure there's other books that have better odds as well. Like if I go 10.5, yeah, just them. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna take the 6.5 though because that's still good juice. That's good numbers. So 6.5 at 130, absolutely. And then you get these other books that have better odds. So, all right. Yeah, I'm taking that. Next. All right, last one, Padres, Dodgers, and we have Dodgers favored 180 with a 9.5 total, as you see, spreadsheet. And we see both teams top 10 offense, above average bats were kind of for San Diego. Dodgers way above average where they usually are. 7-3 with a 4-game win streak. 3-7 lost 2. There's your numbers. We pop over here to the pitchers. Who do we have? And Kolek versus who? Who's going out there? Emmett Sheehan? Who the hell is Emmett Sheehan? All right, come with me. And you see it, you're like, who? Yeah, they're right there. Emmett Sheehan. Let me zoom out so you can see it. Let's see. That's Eric. Go Eric. Emmett Sheehan is 2023 stats. Okay. Huh. All right. So these this is all from 2023. Recent games. Like this isn't even last season. This is 2023 October, September. And you were not that good. And now you're facing San Diego, who's average. Do we fade this guy? What? What do we do? What? I mean, what do we do here? I don't know. Let's go into Coley. This will look some history. Maybe we can get some information. Yeah, your earn run's not bad. 4 or 5. You're all over the place. Can't trust you really. Don't want to take San Diego on the money line. So let's go matchups. Emma Sheehan. History. There's no data there. The hell? Who is this guy? This is new. Interesting. How do we play this? There's your righties versus San Diego, lefties versus Dobby, righties versus Dodgers, and Kolek versus Dodgers. Dodgers have nothing to this guy. This guy's been pretty decent. So do we? I think we leave it alone. I mean, I'd love to fade Emmett, but one, we don't have any props on the guy. Sad. I don't trust San Diego's offense. Period. I just don't trust them right now. Yeah, I think. Hell, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna pass out of confusion. So no lean. Just Yeah, put the emoji like I don't know. So yeah, I'm gonna pass for it. And I mean, I have what is that? 11 plays. That's a busy slate of games. To the schedule. Let's go. Tomorrow is Thursday, and look at all the games tomorrow. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 games tomorrow. That's a lot of games. So I will be here tomorrow. I appreciate you dropping in. Drop a like, subscribe. We're almost at 20K. Amazing. Other than that, check out the HQ. Check out Outlier. Drop in what you're gonna play, and I'll see you tomorrow on Tuesday for some more MLB. Peace.